Okay,
Yeah, baby.
we're rolling.
Olympics. Taekwondo.
Olympics, Taekwondo.
Gonna do it.
Well, this isn't on yet, so you can.
I know. I'm just talking.
So you can chill out. All right. You got yours. Yours is green.
Yeah.
Let's see if mine. Yeah, mine's green too. All right. So go to groups. I hate using the app.
Nice.
Say Don and Steph. He does this stupid thing.
I gotta move over.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Back.
It's all good.
Ready? All right, going live.
Here we go.
2, 1. Yeah, baby.
Ha
Paris Olympics 2024.
Time to go. Let's go.
Yeah. High five.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Dawn's predictions.
America.
I'm really just going to be like asking Dawn a bunch of questions because he's very excited.
I'm very excited.
He's made a whole list. He's got all his notes and fun predictions.
They just saw the results. What's going on?
And he's got all his other notes. And we printed out all the brackets for Taekwondo.
I got results in the past.
Results from the past. So we're going to be talking about, I guess I should start. I'm Stephanie. This is Dawn. And we're USAT, WT, Data and Facts. I think I said it backwards. But so today we're going to be talking about, is there one USA athlete for the betting people that they should bet on? And how is USA Taekwondo done in the past Olympics? So let's start with that.
Okay.
All right.
So how's the USA
Don.
done? There's been six Olympics since 2000 through 2021. People try to say it's 2020. It was 2021, where Taekwondo has been an official sport. We're not talking about the demonstration sport Olympics because they were just demonstration sports.
They actually call that was non-medal demonstration.
So since 2000.
But they were important because that's the whole reason why, like Jimmy Kim, we have Juan Moreno.
Jimmy Kim.
Yeah, that's 88 and then 92.
88, 92.
Yep. So that's important because that's why it's now an official
I think Juan got
sport.
2 silvers in those 2 Olympics.
He did.
Good for Juan.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how the U.S. has done in those 6 Olympics. We've had 3 golds, 2 by the GOAT, Stephen Lopez. And another one. And then 2 silvers by Mark Lopez and Nia Abdallah. And then 5 bronze. So in the 6 Olympics, we've had 10 medals. The very best Olympics, in my opinion, was 2008, where the Lopez family, Mark got a silver, and Stephen and Diana got bronze in Beijing. The Olympics have not been short of controversies in Taekwondo, starting with the very first 2000 Olympics, where in men's 68, Stephen won the gold because the referee made an illegal call and subtracted a point from his Korean opponent near the end of the match, which gave Stephen the gold. It was illegal. He wasn't allowed to do it, but he did it.
What happened to the referee?
The referee got suspended, but the results stood.
They kept the results.
And so that's where protests just don't matter.
Yeah.
And what happens in the moment. So watch out for shenanigans in Paris, everybody. Watch out for shenanigans. Just like November. Watch out for shenanigans.
There's always shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Action. So your other question was, is there one athlete that the bettors should focus on for the USA? There is one athlete they should focus on that you'll find out at the end of this podcast. And it may not be who you think it is.
It wasn't, I asked him, I'm like, really? And
Really?
he explained why, and I was like, wow, okay. So,
hang on.
I guess you got to wait till.
Stay to the end.
Item 10.
Item 10.
Okay. So, is that it for?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. So, I want to talk about my 49ers.
49ers?
Which is.
Not San Francisco.
Nope. My female 49ers. Very excited. The list is fantastic. Tonight is it midnight or 2? Midnight?
Midnight.
Yeah.
For us.
We got to download the Peacock thing off of Roku.
Yeah, because we've been boycotting the Olympics until now.
So well, I hope it works. So
yeah,
we're not the most technical savvy people. We kind of figure out
caveman.
What we need to do to get by. So I have to read my girl Michelle Corrigan. She made a post about the 49ers because we both had daughters that fought in 49, and my daughter worked with WCAP, and Lindsay was at the academy for a little while. But anyway,
and they practiced together with Givens and CJ and Faith.
Yeah, and Lindsay was younger. I remember watching Lindsay when she was a junior, and she was just like, she fought like a guy. Just like, she was amazing. Anyway, so I got to read this post that Michelle made about betting and how to make online bets for Taekwondo. She's like, had to place a bet online for the Olympics. According to my daughter, the expert, I need to place a bet on CJ winning gold, Faith landing in the top 4, and I'm betting on a -49 from Turkey, which would be Merv, the screamer. I love her, yep. Who my former 49er claims is a badass and could cause a bit of an upset. I agree. Which I would love to see a shakeup in her division. I'm just talking betting $25 or something each athlete. What do I do and how much girl math is involved in such an endeavor? So we kind of did a little research, and I guess you can go on. There's a betmgm.com. That's a sports app, but we didn't see that there was Taekwondo available, and there was another one.
Caesars. Yeah, it's another casino.
Caesars.com.
Yeah.
And so, but we've also heard from other people that bet that.
Yeah, there's people on our site who know all about this.
That even if they don't say
Nady Farsi. Talk to him.
Can I talk? That even if there's not like Taekwondo listed, if you have like a what do they call those, a betting agent, where they can do it for you, even if like Taekwondo's not listed, they can still do like a bet for you in that category.
I guess.
No, we've been told that by people.
Yeah, so I know.
I know that's true. I don't know how to do it. So anyway.
So there's some good bets.
So yeah, let's
You're going to hear some today.
The 49ers. So we got Merv the Screamer, who we met, and I got pictures with her at the U.S. Open in February. She fought in 53, got gold, and she
was a female athlete.
Yeah. And then we also have, of course, Panapak, Juan Patinakic. I can never pronounce it. Juan Patinakic. Yeah.
Juan Patinakic.
Who's, she's been ranked number 1 for 6 years. And she just makes everything look easy. She's like, oh, I'm going to kick you in the head now. Boop, boop. And it's like she looks like she's not putting any effort out there. We've got Souza, who's got the famous turning back kick that seems to always score. And then she'll do it again and score 4 more points. And then we've got, I'm having a brain fart.
Adriana Cerezo.
Adriana Cerezo is from Spain. She's with Hancock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's amazing. I think she's going to do very well.
Okay.
And
you want to know who's going to win?
In 49?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do we want to say who Don thinks is going to win?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win, Don?
Okay. So in the final, most of these divisions, I'm going to say who's in the final. You can decide who's going to win the gold, except for 2 divisions where I'm going to say this person's winning, period, 100%. This isn't one of them. Even though it's Panapak, likely to win, highly likely, 80-20, she's winning against Merv Dinsel.
I think
the Screaming Turk.
Because Merv's beat her twice.
Merv's beat her twice. Cerezo Iglesias never beat her. Almost nobody else has ever
Souza beat her once at World.
Souza got lucky with a turning head kick at the end. It was freaky.
Yep.
So anyway, but Souza is not going to medal. Cerise Iglesias is not going to medal. So those are the surprises, because it's going to be Panapak and Merv in the final, and King Guo.
From China. That's my other girl. I love her.
And Mobina Namatsade from Iran are going to win the bronze.
Oh, she's the beautiful
because Namatsade is going to beat Adriana in a quarterfinal. Nobody's picking that, but I just picked that. Also in the repechage, and it's appropriate that this is in France because repechage is French, and so is partisan, and that's French. So anyway, Souza from Mexico is going to be shut out of the medals because Jing is going to beat her in repechage final. So yeah, that's what's going to happen in 49ers. Take it to the bank.
Okay. All right, moving on. Female heavyweights.
Heavyweights, okay.
All right,
so
tell us about the female heavyweights.
We don't have heavyweights in this event.
Nope.
Even though maybe we could have and should have.
We could have. Yeah.
Madeline Gorbachev. So anyway.
Select committee.
This is going to be again by the book. Hometowner, French favorite, world number one, Althea Lauren is going to be in the final versus Korean David Lee, who's like got the weirdest Instagram page you can imagine, in the final. And I think in female, 49, female, sorry, plus 67. And I think Althea's going to got the edge. McGowan and Zeki Zhu from China are going to win the bronze. And I think Zeki Zhu is the dark horse to maybe get into the final and maybe take the gold. So Rebecca McGowan is going to be very disappointed. Britain did the right thing by picking her over the alternate two. And
from the Isle of Man now.
Yes. Bianca Cook.
Bianca, yeah.
And also Lauren Williams, who tried to move up but didn't work out for her. She's still going to go. Lauren's going to come back in 28. So anyway, Althea Lauren's likely to win the gold, but Korean David Lee is extremely mobile, the most mobile heavyweight female, and could take the gold. So we'll see.
Okay. All right, number 4.
Men's 58.
Minus 58.
Okay.
That's also tonight.
All right. So we're going to have number 5 versus number 3 in the final. It's going to be Korean Taejun Park Taejun, versus Vito Dell'Aquila from Italy, with his coach, who is like the coolest coach in the world. Coolest, yeah. And I don't know who's going to win. If I was betting, I'd put money on Vito, but I don't know. Taejun's pretty hard. The Belarusian, who's like the only either Russian or Belarusian who got into the event because he used to fight for Russia and disavowed Russia, so he was allowed to fight for Belarusia. And he is likely to win a bronze over Spain's Adrian Vicente Junta, and Tunisian Mohamed Jandoubi going to be disappointed because he's only going to win a bronze. And again, Americans might be disappointed because he's going to win over Hungarian Omar Salim. So that's what's happening in men's 58 tonight.
Again, these are his predictions, but Donna's pretty good statistically.
This is just stats, and stats are lies, damn lies.
No, it's lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Something like that.
Mark Twain.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we moving on to 68?
68.
Men's 68.
This is a lock.
Tomorrow night.
This is a lock.
All right.
There's only one winner for the gold. It is the Uzbekian, Uligbek Rashidov, who's going to win the gold. And this, in this occasion, is going to be over the Croatian, the surprise silver medalist, Croatian Marko Golubic. And the feature of men's 68 is that it may feature the lowest scoring match of the entire Olympics in Taekwondo.
Why do you say that?
Between Brazilian
68 score a lot.
Yeah, except for these two guys. Both of them love to just stand around and and it's the Brazilian Edival Pontes and the Jordanian Zaid Karim. They both kill time. It'll be won in the last seconds by Zaid Karim.
Oh, we got to watch that.
That's a quarterfinal. And then the repechage, Can't forget about the bronze medalists. It's going to be Chinese Liang over Zaid. So said Zaid Karim, because Liang doesn't stand around. And Great Britain's Barry Sinden will lick his wounds by winning a bronze over Spain's towering Javier Perez Pollo.
Didn't he win gold before in the past?
Yeah, Barry Sinden has won gold.
In Olympics or Worlds?
I believe it was the Olympics.
Okay.
I think he won in 21.
Okay.
So yeah, and he's won a bunch of worlds too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right.
So Barry's very good. He's a scoring machine, but he's nowhere near Ulubeg Rashidov, who can seemingly reach out and touch anyone from far distance. We're done.
Okay.
Let's go into the fun. Let's go into the American division.
All right, we got female 67. We got our girl in there, Christina Teach Out. And so, right, you know, one thing we have to point out is that WT didn't even mention in for the Olympic competitors, they left out Christina, Faith, and Jonathan Healy. Hello? It's like, what the heck? So I consider Christina an underdog, and I love underdogs. If she can get that eye of the tiger, girl, I think she can medal. So that's my opinion. Don has a different opinion, so hit it.
Yes. Unfortunately,
Mr. Negative.
Christina's fight,
Eye of the tiger,
which is like first out of the gate, tomorrow night, not tonight, tomorrow night, is against France's darling, Magda Witanin, former world number one, former world champion, I believe, and wins all kinds of things, but it's extremely erratic. But she's in the Grand Palais with 8,000 fans who are going to be screaming at the referees. The referees.
That's all right. We're going to be screaming for
this
Christina.
match could go 3 rounds. I think Christina wins the first round. Everybody's going to be very excited in the USA.
You know what? She beat Anna Zolotich twice out of 3.
After Anna won the first round.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Anna
saying,
Zolotich is really, really good.
if she can do that, she can get that eye of the tiger.
You know, I'm just going with...
It's a mindset for her.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
I think she'll have the eye of the tiger, but the partisan crowd.
There is a lot of energy when you have a big crowd cheering for you.
8,000 people going bananas for Magda. Will give her the win in the first fight. And so, Magda will not go to the final, which that means that unfortunately, Christina will not be able to go to the repechage. So the repechage, how that works, is the 2 people that go to the finals, and you don't know this until they go to the finals. You work through the whole brackets, the 2 finalists, the people that lost to them get to go to the repechage.
Right. Round
of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals. They go to the repechage. So if Magda wins and she does not get to the final, then Christina unfortunately would not get to the repechage to fight for the bronze. This is very unpopular. I think that's going to happen. I don't think Christina's going to get to the repechage. But she could get the eye tiger, sweep the field, which would be the most remarkable thing in the entire Olympics.
She can do it.
Yeah. Okay. So who's going to be in the final? Oh, there's another dark horse, Viviana Martin.
Oh, yeah,
talked about a lot.
The twin that we thought.
The twin, who normally fights 62.
Because her and her sister really like 57.
Yeah.
So one would do 57.
And you can't tell them apart.
And she would do 62.
So
she went up to 67.
Yeah.
Made it to the Olympics.
So either Viviana or Luana are going to be in the ring. We're not sure which one.
Yeah.
And they're going to beat Ruth Bagby in the first round. Ruth Bagby from Cote d'Ivoire.
Good.
And then they're going to beat Magda Witanin in the second round. But then she's going to fall to Sarah Chari from Belgium in the semifinal. Sarah Chari is going to the final against China's Ji Song, who is there because the Chinese just picked her. And Song is going to get there by beating Serbian Alexandra Perisic. Perisic and Martin are going to win the bronze. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
All right. All right. Next, we're on to the male heavyweights.
Oh, my God.
Big John Healy.
Big John Healy.
Yeah, baby.
This is the
He's
second
gonna
division.
Get it. He's
the
gonna
second
get it. He's
division.
Gonna surprise everybody.
Second division, where there is an automatic gold medalist. Just give him the medal. Just send him back to Cote d'Ivoire.
Oh, CC, yeah.
Yeah, with the medal. Send him back. Because Sheikh Salah Sisi is winning the gold medal. He's the most mobile. I don't think he hasn't lost without withdrawing in 2 years.
He got a gold medal in minus 80, and then he went up to heavyweights.
Yeah, and the only surprise is that I think the finals will between where Sisi will win is against Richard Ordeman from Norway, who moved up from 80, minus 80.
Oh, he did
because
too.
Ordeman is going to beat the human refrigerator, Carlos Sansores. So there's good news here. There's good news.
I know.
There's good news.
The human refrigerator.
The reason that we're excited about John Healy is that he meets Cisse in the quarterfinals, and Cisse's going to advance. But because Cisse is going to the finals and will win the gold, John Healy gets to go to repechage, and it's set up beautifully. Beautifully. Because in the quarterfinals, he'll meet the number 17 seed. Some guy, I don't even know what country he's from. I don't recognize the letters. He's number 17 that Cisse's just going to obliterate in the first round. So that's who Healy fights first. And then he either fights the human fridge, Sansores, who he's fought many times and has beaten.
He has beaten him.
And it's going to be a punch fest.
Yep.
It'll be all punches because Carlos doesn't really lift his legs.
He just kind of pushes and leans.
He pushes and tries to lean and then
That's
kicks.
why we call him the human refrigerator.
Yeah.
He's just so big.
So, and if it isn't Sansores, it'll be Ordeman, who our Big John will overpower. So, John Healy has an excellent shot at the bronze medal in plus 80. The other bronze medal will go to Ivan Sapina from Croatia. Done.
Okay. All right. Next. Gotta have faith.
Female 57.
Female 57. Yeah, baby.
There's 3 stacked divisions with uncertain results, mostly uncertain, in this Olympics. The 3 of the 8. And they are female 49, which we've talked about, men's minus 80, which is still to come.
Yep. We're gonna talk
and
about
female
that
57,
next,
where our Faith Dillon.
Gotta have faith.
From Summerlin, Nevada.
Yeah. Our girl.
We've known her for years.
Las Vegas.
We love her. We love her parents.
You need to lean in. Your face is cut off.
We'll fight.
All right. Let's see if I can get you.
So.
There we go. Gotta have faith.
Okay. We gotta have faith. And just hear me out. So in the final, it's going to be China's Zhongxi Luo, 6 feet something, against 6 feet something Bulgarian Kimia Alazade, who's Iranian, lives in London, but fights for Bulgaria. Sounds like Aaron Cook. In the final, Kimia stomped everybody in Reno this February in 57. People didn't even watch, but you should have been watching because she's remarkable. And she's going to be in the final, and she will give Zhongxi Luo the fight of her life, the second best fight of her life, because Tatiana Menina beat her already
Russian.
and got cheated out of beating her again.
Totally. That pisses me off. I wanted Tatiana to go so bad.
So Tatiana's not here, so, she's just not here.
I know.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's going to be in the final, but let's talk about repechage. Oh, there's 2 other things we've got to say. There's 2 other athletes who are very famous in female 57, and these are going to be their last fights.
Jay Jones.
Jay Jones is going to lose to Chia Ling Lo from Taipei, because she always does, in the quarterfinal. And Skylar Park is going to lose to Yujin Kim Yujin from Korea in the quarterfinal. Both will retire after this event. Well done, ladies. Great careers. Wish you well, because you're going to have great careers after this, promoting Taekwondo. But this is it. Okay, repechage.
Well, I have to say one thing about faith.
We're talking about faith next.
No, we're talking about faith right now. We're still on 57.
I know, 57.
Yeah, but I'm still talking about it.
Okay, let's do it.
We're not moving on yet.
No, I know.
Okay.
We have to do it. We have to talk about it.
So what I think I have to say about faith is, I don't know if you guys are Star Trek fans or whatever, but if you know what the Borg is, they adapt. They absorb and they adapt. That is faith. I watched her fight. Zhao, how do you pronounce it? Zhao?
Zhangxi Luao.
Lao.
Yeah.
Luau.
Luao
The 6
Zhangxi.
foot. I'm not quite sure that she was born a female, but anyway,
that can't happen in the Olympics.
China would never cheat anyway. But anyway, so I've seen Faith fight her at the Grand Prix. Was it last year?
Final.
Yeah, and where Faith got the silver.
Yep.
And the first round, Faith lost badly. The second round, Faith was coming back and adapted. And I've watched this pattern with her. She learns and she absorbs and she adapts. That's why I call her the Borg. Even though you gotta have faith,
okay.
But she's like the Borg. So I think Faith is going to surprise everybody.
And here's the surprise. So because Faith and Iran's Nahid Kianichande both lose to Kimia, they fight in the repechage against each other. Nahid Kianichande is a superb fighter. Faith will have one of the 2 fights of her life, and she's going to beat her. She's going to beat her in the third round with a punch head kick combination with seconds to go. 4 points. She wins. On to the next fight. The next fight is another big challenge because it'll be Korean Yoo-Jin Kim Yoo-Jin, who's young and really, really good. Faith's going to shock the world by just completely dominating the fight. 2 rounds, bang, 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 bang. Faith, bronze medal. Repechage winner. There you go.
All right.
USA medals.
Shall we move on to CJ? And
yes.
Male.
We've got 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more.
We got 1 more because we've already done plus 80.
Yep.
John Healy.
Yep.
So I'm predicting John Healy and Faith Dillon win bronze.
Yes.
What's going to happen in men's
You're
minus
skipping
80?
ahead of minus 80.
Let's go to minus 80. This side.
So CJ, he can roll in minus 80. Have you seen his bracket?
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah. Men's minus 80 is absolutely loaded. The most loaded of any division in this tournament. Unbelievable. There are 10 guys who can win. 10.
They're all good.
Okay, but the good news is 5 of the 9 best guys, 5 of the 9, there's 9 guys who can win. 5 of the 9 best guys are in the upper division away from CJ. And these are all guys who have or can beat CJ. Most of them have beaten CJ. Those guys are Jordanian Saleh El Sharabadi has beaten CJ. Brazilian Enrique Rodriguez has beaten CJ, I think twice. Iranian Mehran Bakadori, who's like seeded 10th or something, but he's really excellent. He just doesn't compete. An Italian tower, Simone Alisio, who CJ has never beaten. Simone has won every fight, and there's been many of them. And there's also a Korean kicking machine, Jeonwoo Seo.
Yeah, I love him.
Jeonwoo,
he's great.
Who is unbelievable. The guy does not get tired. He could probably
never get tired.
He could probably fight 7 rounds.
He fights a lot like CJ in a different way. But
that is important. What you just said is important. Thank you. Thank you for that. So in the lower half, it looks like CJ has almost a free ride, but he doesn't, because there's 3 African guys who are extremely dangerous. 3 African guys for totally different reasons. The 3 African guys are the Tunisian Firas Katoussi, who's about 7'5", or maybe 6'8", somewhere in that range, 6'8" to 7'5", and he has beaten CJ at a Grand Prix. And then there's Egyptian Sif Essa, who has also beaten CJ more than once, and he's also really tall, taller than CJ. And there's a third guy who's really dangerous. He's from Burkina Faso. I think he's from Ouagadougou, where I've been. His name is Faisal Sawadogo. I think I pronounced that right. Who has beaten Sif Essa just last year. Essa. So there's 3 guys that can challenge CJ in his division. And Essa has to win his first match against this clever, tricky Denmarkian Eddie Hernich, something like that, who's really good and snuck in at the last minute. So anything can happen. Anything can happen in men's 80. It's unbelievable. So here's what I want to happen, and I think will happen. Everybody's going to be very happy. This is what I want to happen. I'm going to lean in like Joe. Okay, so The final's going to be
like who?
like Joe.
The
deceased Joe, dementia Joe.
Oh, you mean
Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Dark Brandon.
Okay.
So the final's going to be CJ and the human kicking machine, Seo Jong-woo. And that is the best possible match for CJ. Because they've only fought once and CJ won. And they have a similar style.
They do.
And the Brazilian beat Seo. CJ could beat Seo. That's going to be the final. That's what the final I want. But anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean,
the bronze will be won by
-80 is
the Iranian and the Burkina Fasoan, Mehran Bakardori and Faisal Sawadogo. They're taking the bronze. But anything can happen. So, on to item 10.
Okay, done. So who's the best bet? I have a note that says, go back to C number 1.
The most likely. So I have now predicted.
For betting on what?
I have now predicted.
Betting on what?
I've now predicted through this discussion that the USA will win 3 medals. Bronze for Jonathan Healy. Bronze for Faith Dillon. Gold for CJ Nicholas. But which one's most likely? And frankly, which single medal is the most likely? Can you ask me that?
Which single most medal is most likely?
I like that. What has gone before has gone before.
Are you talking like Kamala Harris?
No.
Oh, God.
No. The cloud is up above us.
Just stop. Just don't get into politics.
Yeah. John Healy. John Healy is by far the best bet to medal. Bronze for John Healy.